Good morning. Lovely, crisp, cold January morning, and Oliver and I join you from the Upper Don Trail, part of the Transpanant Trail. And we're going to have today we're going to have an explore of both of the railway tunnels that are up there. One is still in use, forms part of the Transpanant Trail. It's no longer in use for trains. It's just pedestrian access now. I think maybe horses and bikers can use it as well. And one is no longer in use. It's been filled in. It's been landfilled. But I think we can still access it, and we'll have an explore down it as well. So here we are. This is the Upper Don Trail. As you can see, it shows you where we are. We're going through Thurgoland, and we can either head this way to Penistone, or we can head back on ourselves towards Wortley. Nice little area. So for those of you that don't know, the Transpanant Trail runs from Southport on the west coast to Hornsey on the east coast. It's a coast-to-coast walk that goes all the way across the country. Take you through a lot of historic villages, none more so legendary than Stocksbridge, mainly because I live there, probably. It's quite a popular route for walkers and cyclists. As I say, I feel very blessed to live so close to it, really. It's a tad cold, but it's a grand morning. And as I said, we're just heading towards the Thurgoland tunnels now. Probably got another quarter of a mile to go yet, so we'll talk to you soon. How are you doing, Oliver? So we've made it up to the first tunnel now. We've just been doing a bit of climbing and a bit of messing about up these sides, up there. And there you can see over my shoulder the tunnel that forms part of the Pennine Way. And a very short walk from where that is. Here is the old abandoned tunnel, which we're gonna go into the normal tunnel first, and then we're gonna go and have a look in the abandoned tunnel. Does it look good, Oliver?
I like that one. That one looks good, but I like that one.
You like that one best? Well, that's what we're gonna have a look in next, because we might end up getting muddy, or we might not even make it. So we're gonna have a look in what we know we can get in first, and that's this one. So we're coming up on tunnel now, and I mean, just looking at these sides, I know there will have been bigger ones in the past, but it must have been quite a task to make to get tunnelled through to this. And as you can see, from memory, I don't think you can actually see both sides of the tunnel. Sorry, I don't think you can see the end of each tunnel. And if you look up there, try and zoom in for you, we have BR 1948, and then above it we have LNER 1947. So I presume the BR is British Rail. LNER, I'll find out what that is, London North East Rail or something like that. And naturally there's a little waterfall formed here. Not too impressive, but I bet when it's flowing big, I bet that gets quite busy. So come on, let's go and have a look in the tunnel. So walking through from Thurgoland to Penistone now. I just wonder how the audio is going to come out on this video. Because it's gone quite quiet now. So if I make a noise, check for reverb on this. Hello! And like I said, I've got no idea how that's actually going to come out on the video. It's very well illuminated. I bet if you're walking through here on your own and all the lights suddenly went out, I bet you won't be happy. It's very dry as well. It must be testament to how well it's made. But we are actually getting up to a little bit of light now, and I think we can almost see the end of the tunnel. And if we look back this way, we can't see the end of that side, and that's because of the natural curvature of the tunnel. This is a bit dark, this little bit. I think there must be a light out, yeah. One of the lights is out. But we soon get the light back. And as I said, we're at Penistone side of the tunnel now, almost. And then from Penistone side of the tunnel, we've got exactly the same, the BR 1948 and the LNER 1947. Super. So let's just have a look at the disused tunnel from this side. Some fabulous scenery and rock formations around here from when they excavated all this to make the actual lines that run. And as you can see from this side, the Penistone side of the disused tunnel is completely blocked off. It's bricked up halfway, and then there's some kind of steel on the top. I don't know why they didn't do that on the other side really, but they haven't done, which is to our benefit. So we're going to walk back through the tunnel now from Penistone side, and then we're going to hopefully get into the other tunnel. And we can have an explore inside. Come on, let's go. Every so often there looks to be these filled in bits of brickwork, as though it was an access part from the old tunnel. Sorry, from this tunnel to the other tunnel. But obviously they've been filled in because they don't want people going through them. Like there's another one. It's getting a little bit dark in here now because we're back to that bit of tunnel that's not very well illuminated. So, but that's what I presume they are. You alright, Oliver?
Yeah.
You ready for mission?
Yeah.
So we've got to get down there. It's a bit steep and it's quite muddy, but I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. So here we are in Old Tunnel. As you can see, it's really dark. Looking back on the entrance there. So this is nowhere near as water resistant as the last tunnel we were in. It's very dark. As we get little back ledge there, what the little pothole. can hear running water up ahead. I don't think this is going to be much good for footage, if I'm honest with you. And it's also nowhere near as echoey as the last tunnel. Although one thing with this tunnel is you can see the end a lot clearer than the other tunnel. You can see the end of the tunnel right there. I know it's not very clear on this as a picture, but that's the steel formation that we saw. So we're just going to try and get to the end of the tunnel. It's not the best for footage. Struggle to actually show you anything here, but there's a lot of water coming through this part of the ceiling. It's going to be quite wet. Not a problem, Oliver. Should we go for it? Yeah? Let's do it. Again, acoustically, it's nowhere near as bad as the other one. And I think it's because it's quite a bit wider. There's the end. Back to the end there. It's relatively warm as well. I don't know what these little blocks are. There's quite a few of them though in here. So we're right at Penistone end of the tunnel now. You can see that there's been a little bit of activity down here. There's been people had odd campfire and obviously a few been down, had a few tinnies in here. Get out at rain or whatever. And here we are, the other end of the tunnel. But it's not a very substantial steel frame up there, and it looks like someone's used this to actually climb up there and get through that end. So, yeah. And it looks like this will have been a lot of electrical cable, I think, that they've just not bothered taking out of the tunnel. Right, anyway, we're going to head back now. Can't really see me. Right, we're going to head back out of the tunnel now. And get back up and have a pot of tea. I hope it's been an interesting explore for you. Right, so that was the disused tunnel. We're just exiting out now. Oliver's on his embark already. So I'm going to climb up and then we'll catch up to you up top. So we're back out of both tunnels now. We've had a nice little walk, haven't we, Oliver?
Yeah.
We're just having a little hot pot of tea. We've elevated ourselves up above both sides, so we're looking down. And as I say, if we swing this way, there's the old tunnel, and there's the new one. So we're just sat above both at the moment. Got a few. Going to bust out a few ball bonds. Have a little reward for a successful I'd say overall we've had a fun morning, been a successful walk. Just need us ball bonds now to complete the day, and that'll make us happy. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe. We are still in a national lockdown. Hopefully we'll be allowed out on some further distant journeys. As I say, very lucky that this is probably 2 miles from where we live, so it's not hard to get here. Not hard to walk up here, do the exploring and walk back. Really easy. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I'm just about to hit 50 subscribers, so if one more person could subscribe, I'd be over the moon with that. And thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye. What's going to follow now is I'm going to upload all photos that I took from the journey, and I'm going to do a bit of narrative, do some research and talk you through a bit of history behind the tunnels. So the narratives are not something that I've done before, but I wanted to give it a try because I didn't feel like I got enough information in the video while we were actually filming and walking. So I just thought I'd start the narrative off with a few pictures of Oliver and myself from the walk, where we're messing about with walking poles, did a bit of climbing. had quite a good fun morning really. So the next bit we're going to look at is actually on the Transpanant Trail as we were walking to and from. So we're going to start with some shots from the Transpanant Trail itself, where you enter at Thurgoland. Very clearly signposted. Couple of information boards and alternate routes for locals. Makes it very easy. It's very accessible, wheelchair friendly. Horses use it, cyclists and runners and walkers. The Transpanant Trail itself is actually a coast-to-coast route which links Hornsea on the east coast to Southport on the west coast. And if you were to walk that entire distance, it's approximately 215 miles long. Take some great routes past some of England's most historic towns and cities that are in the north of England. Nice little mushroom shot there. There's also a north-south route which connects Leeds and Chesterfield, which is if you were to do the entirety of the Transpanant Trail, you'd walk 370 miles in total. You'd be blessed with some fantastic scenery. Anyways, we got to the end of the Transpanant Trail. Here you can see the entrance to the new tunnel, and if we look into this next shot, we will see the entrance to the old tunnel. So even though we explored them in a different order, we're going to talk about the old tunnel, so the tunnel that we explored first. We're going to talk about that first. It was finished being built and it was opened in 1845, and it was the main Sheffield to Manchester railway. So it revolutionised getting stock and freight across the Pennines. And they put these wooden bat shelves in to encourage bats to live in there, although we didn't see any. And there were loads of these concrete things that you're looking at in the photos now. They don't seem to be from the original tunnel. They look like they've been put in there after, and I've no idea what they are. Here's a shot aiming back towards Thurgoland, where we came from, and this last shot is the same again from slightly more illuminated. So now we'll talk about the newer tunnel, the first tunnel that we explored. Work on this began in 1947, just before the nationalisation came in of British Railways, and construction was finished in 1948, a joint venture between LNER and British Rail. There were a period where they knew they weren't going to be able to electrify the railway, so they had to accommodate the steam engines. So if you see the centre line running down the top of the tunnel, that's actually a cast iron smoke plate that lined the roof to help protect the concrete. Electric working of the tunnel came in 1954, when every train that ran through it was electric, and that ceased in 1981. The last train ever to pass through was 1983, when the local Sheffield to Huddersfield train service were diverted via Barnsley, and that's when this tunnel became part of the Transpanant Trail. The tunnel lay dormant until 1999, when work started on the Transpanant Trail, and it was officially opened in September 2001. I'll leave you with a couple of shots of me and Oliver trying to look cool in the tunnel entrances. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've not bored you too much. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. Thank you.